I don't just play Zombicide. I like to make it into an immersive experience. Sometimes I'll even just DM the game for other players, remove the admin from them entirely, manage the campaign elements and shuffle the zombies around, add a bit of drama to the storytelling. So they're free to just play and strategize and enjoy. But today I wanted to talk about 5 ways I use to enhance our Zombicide game nights, to take the immersion for the players to the next level, or just make things easier for them. I'm James Bruce, you're watching Tabletop Dungeon. Now, one thing I won't be covering is 3D printed terrain, because that's a whole level of complication that is honestly too much even for me. And while I'll be referring to 2nd edition modern Zombicide in this video, of course, much of what's on this list can be transferred to other versions with a few tweaks. So in terms of impact, from highest to lowest, let's get to it. Number 1, Soundscapes and an FX board. So I use Soundscapes, which is a free app with a paid zombie sound set. So I believe it was about $5. The actual app is free for iOS, Android, desktop, etc. It has some basic sounds, but for fuller sound sets, more appropriate to Zombicide, you need to pay a one-off fee for individual sets or a monthly subscription with thousands of sets built in. So I bought the Outbreak Undead sound set, link in the description. This works for me. The UI of Soundscape is a bit clunky, so you have to sort of put some time in to learn it. But as well as generic gunshots, etc., it also does full soundscapes that you can fade in or out certain elements of. So that's handy. If the board is overrun with zombies, just ramp up the amount of zombie screens. If you enter the grounds of Fort Hendricks, you can bring in some background shooting, some alarms, some military announcements, that kind of thing. We rarely play any board game without at least a Spotify playlist appropriate to background music, but for Zombicide specifically, I find Soundscape works brilliantly and really adds to the immersive storytelling and the experience for the players. Of course, there's also sound sets more suited to fantasy Zombicide, but the Outbreak Undead one is ideal for modern campaigns, I find. Number 2 is actual day-night cycles with smart lighting. Some of the Zombicide expansions include actual rules for day-night tracking, and in this day and age of smart lighting, I figure why not make that a bit more immersive with a dark blue glow. Yes, it does make things harder to see. I mean, that's literally the point of nighttime, and combined with some sound effects, you can really make things as scary as an apocalypse should be. And on a related note, number 3, actual flashlights. If survivors find a flashlight and turn it on, then rather than using generic yellow templates in the box, grab some actual little flashlights and stick those on the board, really pushing home the point of how much the flashlight action stands out and draws attention from the zombies. Number 4, action tracking. So there are 2 pieces of admin in Zombicide that are quite tedious, I find. The first is noise. I don't have a solution to that. But the second is actions and bonus actions, and how many actions you've taken, what do you have left? And for that, I found these fantastic poker chip style 3D printed action tokens are ideal. And these are from a user called Matt T Max, link in the description to MakerWorld where you'll find them. So you have a ton of simple action tokens like this. You turn them over when you're done. And once you get to yellow level, of course, you get another action token. But there's also designs for bonus actions like a free attack or movement or search, open a door. So it makes it really easy to keep track of what's happened and what you've got left to do, especially if you're the sort of group that strategizes mid-turn, as well as for new players, for children, etc. This is a huge help. I'm not constantly having to keep count for them when they inevitably ask, well, how many actions do I have left to use? Now, obviously, these are 3D printed, not commercially available, and you would need a multicolor 3D printer to boot, but I actually printed 2 of these while I was trying to dial in the settings on a new printer. So I have a spare set here. It isn't quite as detailed, the text is a bit mushy, but if you're located in the UK, it seems a shame to waste these, so I'm happy to send one to you. So let's do a little giveaway. I don't know, like the video, drop me your best idea for how else to pimp out your Zombicide game. The winner will be picked randomly in a few weeks, but again, please ensure you're in the UK. Sending these worldwide would be way too much, so apologies to the non-Brits, but for UK residents, drop a comment, like, follow the channel, all that good stuff, and I'll get in contact with you if you've won. Right, so lastly, event cards. So these are less strictly about immersion and more about storytelling. Some people say they find second edition to be too easy, in which case throwing them a curveball can really mix things up and make them harder. These are from a Board Game Geek user called Torben Albert. Again, link in the description where you can download these from. I had them printed at Moo Cards. It was actually really easy. I just dragged in sort of 50 or so different card fronts and then said, use this one for the back. Boom, done. These cost about 15 quid to get printed. I think it was a while ago now. Very solid cardstock with nice rounded corners, nice and glossy. They look very professional. And you get a variety of good and bad events there, mostly bad. Some really, really horrible, but you can sort of customize it to what you want. So, okay, that's my 5 essential and relatively easy upgrades to enhance your Zombicide game. Don't forget to let me know yours in the comments. Now, I've got one more idea that I'm toying with, but it's a little bit more involved, using a big screen TV and enhancing the maps to be a bit more living. So if that's successful, look out for that in a future video. But for now, like and subscribe for more board game reviews and Zombicide stuff. And I wish you good zombie slaying.